Hey, Seth.
What's up, man?
What's going on? Hey, I was just curious. Are you ready for the show? Because we're going to get started in just a minute.
Always ready, man. Always ready. But before we do the show and everything,
okay.
I'm a rapper, right?
Yeah.
You know that.
I do. Yeah.
But here's the thing, man. I know you're doing your acting thing.
Yeah.
And you're hilarious too, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
But I gotta teach you how to rap. You gotta at least understand my culture, man. You gotta understand what, right? So, all right. So, let's start off. You know.
Okay.
So
do you want me to do something first?
Yeah. Let's see what you got already.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I can see what we need to add to it. Yeah. Let's see.
So the other day, here I was on the playground, and I heard something come by, and it was real loud.
I mean, I get what you're saying, like with ground and loud. You're trying to paint a story, I get it, but it's got to be something like, it's got to hit the people, like, you know what I mean? Imagine there's somebody right here, like just imagine somebody would be right here.
Okay, right here?
Yeah, like right there, that'd be a good little point.
Okay.
So imagine people are right there, and you want to look at them, and you want to say something that's going to hit them, right? So you're going to do something kind of, maybe something like this. I got so much on my plate, I got so much on my mind, yeah. It is what it is, oh yeah, okay. I'ma stay down on my grind, yeah. You can try to bring me down, okay. I'ma still keep it real for sure. Oh, if you're counting on me to go out bad, there's one thing you should know. Now that's different because I did one line. Yeah. The second line didn't rhyme with it. But then the next line rhymed with the first line, and then the rhyme after that line lined up with the second line. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, man. So let's see if you can put something else together, man.
All right. You want me to sing too?
Anything. Melodic, you know what I mean? Anything you want to
do. So this is about my morning.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So I woke up this morning and I said to myself, hey, yeah, I want to do something. It might be eat breakfast.
Here we go.
Okay, is that?
Yeah, I like that. I like it. I like it.
All right.
I like it.
You got something else you want?
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what. Since we're getting ready to get everything going, man. Let's go ahead and let the people know.
Okay.
Seth Harden in the building, and there's something that you know. Let's go ahead and get with Sam Beman and start the show.
It's time to have some fun. Light talk with Sam Beman. We got skits and interviews. We got everything but the blues. It's on. Light talk is on. Light talk with Sam Beman.
Hello, I'm Sam Beman, and you're watching Light Talk, the only show where you're watching it going, is that guy for real? Yes, he is. So, speaking of real, have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a spy? Have you ever asked yourself the question, could I be a spy? Or maybe you are a spy, I don't know. Well, when I was younger, I used to love watching spy movies, like especially the James Bond movies. And of course, over the years, I've still enjoyed watching the films, including the Mission Impossibles, and for some of you, you probably like Bourne Identity. But I just love the idea of being someone like undercover and getting to wear these really cool masks and all of the gadgets and going into different countries. Like all of that just, it seems really cool, right? Basically, you're trying to save the day and take out the bad guys from, of course, taking over the world. And as I think about one of our guests on the show, I'm reminded of that. One of our guests is a comedian who's also an actor. I'm talking about Leland Claussen, who stars in his new movie, Sleeper Agent. So we're going to take a look at an interview with him later in the program. But first, coming up in just a moment is a good friend of mine, Seth Harden. So stick around. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hello there, mates. I found a rare herd. I have to show you this real quick. It looks like they're trying to make it back to their home, but they need a little help. That's where I step in. All right, so let's see what we can do to get these carts back to the natural habitat. You just have to put a little effort into it like this. Oh yeah, but it can be done. Now it's gonna be a longer train here for these guys, but they can all be put back. Oh, looks like we got some trash in here. Some of these wouldn't fit, so we had to make a small train. Now it looks like we have to push them back to a different habitat, back to the store. And there you have it. With just a little bit of time and effort, we can get all of these carts back to the natural habitat. For more videos, check out sambeman.com.
And we're back. Now, as promised, my first guest, Seth Harden, in the building, all the way from Alabama. Please welcome Seth Harden.
What's up? What's up?
Seth.
I'm glad to be. Just real quick. Just real quick.
Go ahead.
I just want to make this. Just put this out there. Disclaimer. I live in Alabama now, but I'm still an LG baby. Georgia all the way. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you also have a day named after you, right?
Yeah, and this year we're doing something for sure. A few years ago, I was awarded with my own holiday, Seth Harden Day, August 28th in LaGrange, Georgia. And we're going to be doing something, but we have to make sure we kind of fall in the guidelines because of COVID-19 and everything like that. So we've got to see what we're allowed to do, you know. But yeah, man, August 28th.
And so they can check out your website though.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Facebook or like,
dude, everything. My website is SethHardenMusic.com. And then you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook, which is Seth Harden Music. And then also I am on TikTok doing some funny stuff, man. At least stuff I think is funny. And that's just Seth Harden Official. So be sure to follow me.
Good. I want to go ahead and get that out of the way up front so that if they are thinking right now, like, man, I want to go check this guy out right now.
Yeah.
And so they can go ahead and like you and look out for that event.
Yes,
because I know. Now we talked about this earlier, and we haven't seen each other in quite a while.
And it's been a while, man.
I mean, as far as like this.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, it's been 9 years, 8 or 9.
9 years, something like that. Man. It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
And
man.
one of the things that had got me thinking about you here recently, is this song that you had. Mm-hmm. That you did on the show.
All together,
yeah. Let's live life all together. Yeah. So what was, because obviously like everything that's been going on, in our country, I've just thought about your song and how strong the message is. Like, let's come together. Mm-hmm. We can make it through the stormy waters. Like, it's gonna be okay. So it's amazing that something that you had done so many years ago. And it's still a prevalent message today.
Well,
still speaks to us.
Honestly, when it comes to music, I want to make something that reaches the people, but I also want to speak mainly just from my side of life, right? And a lot of the songs back then were, the label wants a bunch of songs. Let me give them the songs. When I used to be on a label, which I'm not anymore, but super happy about that. But anyway, so. The label's like, we need a bunch of songs right now, so I need to have these certain types of songs, radio songs. But then at the same time, I'm a music fan and I create music. I want something that touches me. So that was something that I was going through. I mean, it's like, things are getting put out into the media now. People are protesting now about so many different things, and there's so many issues going on now, so much separation and division. I'm mixed from the South. Like, I've been going through this type of stuff from day one, you know what I mean? So it's like, I've been feeling like everybody needs to pull together since day one, So I feel like that's probably why that song is still relevant today, because still people are pushing a division narrative, and yes, America's come a long way, but at the same time, certain media outlets are trying to flip things and cause more division again.
Have you still been singing that song all these years? I mean, because I know you've got so much so much music that you've done.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're an artist, so you're constantly moving and shaking and creating. Do you find yourself going back to songs like that to pull out at some of your shows?
You know, sometimes, but it's with my music. Like this year alone, I mean, I've already released 40-something new songs. I've released 3 albums. The first album, Beyond Me, of this year. The first album this year has 20-something. I want to say it's 23 songs. That was one where I was like, okay, I'm going to kick the year off with these songs that nobody's heard. And then I've released Wolf Talk Part 1 and Wolf Talk Part 2. And I'm making these songs because I'm not signed to a label. I'm independent. I have my own distribution deals and my own studio. I can make this stuff as I'm feeling it. So that's what I've been doing. Every time I go perform, I'm performing something I just did.
Okay.
I'm performing something I just released.
So you're keeping it fresh?
Because it's fresh off of my heart. It's fresh off my mind, fresh off my heart, fresh out of my mouth. And it's things that I believe right here in the moment, you know? But which still line up with songs that I have done in the past, and then some of it doesn't line up with older songs because it might not be as relevant to how I'm feeling now, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I still have that song brought up to me a lot, though.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Has anybody ever said, I saw you on that Like Talk?
I'm trying to think. Actually, no.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Actually, me and my wife, Hannah, where were we? This was like a couple years ago. We stumbled across it, and she goes, "Oh, so you're funny on like I know you act like that at home, but you get out of the box like you're out of the box in front of the camera too."
We did an improv scene on there too.
Yes, we did, and that's what she. That's what she saw.
Because then we had like wigs or something.
Man, I had the wigs with the. I had a grayish looking wig with the top hat.
Yeah, and then was I acting like what?
Yeah, you had the long Hannah Montana looking hair, acting like a rock star. Yeah.
Right.
American Idol skit, I think it was, or something like that. Yeah,
that was fun. Yeah, because what I was doing back then is I would do. I think it might have been the "Thank God You're Here" type skit.
Yeah, that's it.
Because we'd be like, "Oh, thank God you're here," you know, and you had to figure out what was going on in the scene.
Yeah.
Yes, because I did that with a lot of guests back then. We had to keep the guest outside. You didn't know what was going on. I would take a suggestion from somebody else in the room, and you come in like you're like fumbling through the scene.
I had no idea what was going on. No idea.
But that was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, we had a great time with it, and that's funny that your wife picked up on that. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
because like I mean, at the house, you know, I'm dancing all around the house. You know what I mean? So,
and
not everybody sees that side of me.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so we were able to bring a little bit of that out last time, and of course, you know, we had some fun, you know, earlier in the show. So now that you got, I mean, I can't believe that you got 40 songs going into this year.
Yeah, just going into this year so far. My goal was to release a new album every single month this year.
Really?
But with COVID-19, the people who I distribute through, amazing people, awesome. But they had to stay at home, so it's them having to review it, Apple Music having to review everything, Spotify having to review everything independently. It's a 6-week push out. So where I'll make 15 songs, you know, next week, it's still gonna be 6 weeks before it releases. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I know that with this next album, Wolf Talk Part 3, I'm going to go ahead and release maybe 20 to 30 songs on it. That way I can kind of catch up, you know, because I've got so much to say. There's so many people that want to listen, and I want to, you know, the whole thing when you go on a car ride and you just hit a playlist?
Yeah.
I want to fill up your playlist.
Okay.
You know, I want you to ride from Florida to New York, or from New York to Texas, and not hear the same song.
Hey, that's a goal right there.
Exactly.
That's
and
a
still
goal right
vibe
there.
out with it, right? That's what I want to do, man. That's what I want to do. I want to make a whole new vibe. I mean, I've got things that are serious, things that are fun, all types of music. But I mean, dude, it's 2020, baby. 2020. Have some fun, you know?
Yes, let's have some fun. Well, it's been a lot of fun having you on the show.
Yeah,
Seth.
man.
And I think that we have one of your tracks that you're going to perform for us.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
got you.
So, okay. So why don't we show them that, and then we'll be back with Leland Claussen in just a moment. So thank you again, Seth. I really appreciate being on the show.
Thank you, man.
We'll be back in just a moment.
What's up, Sam? Shout out to everybody watching the show right now. Here's a little sneak peek of me in the studio. I see these snakes got their eyes on me. If they catch me slipping, they gon' ride on me. I don't care, I forgot only. Cause at the end of the day, I'm gon' survive. Survive. This is that real talk, though. Survive.
So I started thinking about it, what if singers sang everywhere, right? Like, could you imagine if Elvis Presley were at the Golden Corral, Tim? If he were at the Golden Corral, yeah? And he stood up and he was like, well, since my meatloaf left me, I need a new place to dwell. I think I'll go on down the street to the Taco Bell. Or Del Taco. I am so hungry, baby. I am so hungry. I am so hungry. Can I have that fry? You know, that's old Elvis Presley there. Or what if you were at a gas station and there was the Willie Nelson? Do we have any Willie Nelson fans in here? Okay, got a couple? Yeah, all right. Could you imagine, ladies, if Willie Nelson were at the counter and he was arguing with the guy at the counter? He's like, look, man, Willie, you gotta wait your turn like everybody else. But I can't wait, man. Because I got to get on the commode again. I just can't wait to get on the commode again. I've got this feeling that is moving deep within. And I just can't wait to get on the commode again.
And we're back. Now, my next guest is actually not from here. Not that he's out of this world. He's from Canada, all the way from Canada, Mr. Leland Claussen.
Hey,
Hey.
kind of from out of this world.
Yeah. Oh, man. Leland, it's so good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, I'm here. I'm home, so I guess I'm excited to be here.
You're excited to be there.
I'm here. I'm excited to be at home again, is what I'm saying to you.
That's right. It has now how have things been? Like, as far as life on the road, has the brakes been put on all of that? I mean,
Oh yeah. No, I haven't been out of the house in like 5 months. I don't even know what it's like out there. Are there still cars? I don't know what's going on.
oh, well, I'm sure that you probably had a pretty busy schedule with stand-up comedy in general. I mean,
I did. I honestly, I had one of the busiest schedules I've had in years, and then it all just came to a grinding halt. So I probably needed the rest, but now I need to get back out there.
You know, one of the things I remember I was talking about years ago is we were at a comedy conference, and I can't remember if this was the first one that we met each other, 2007, Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
And you said that you used to deliver, was it deliver office equipment, or was it FedEx?
Oh yeah, I used to be a courier. It was Pure Later Courier, which I think is I forget their affiliate in the U.S., but it has the blue and the red Package Express or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what the affiliate is, but yeah, I used to do that.
Did you ever try out jokes on anybody while you were doing that? I mean, like, you knew that you wanted to do stand up, but
I think I lost my job as a result of the jokes I tried on. Well, the thing is, they ask you ridiculous questions. Like you're showing up with a package and they say to you, "Hey, what is it?" And it's like, it's not from me. I'm just carrying it. Whatever it is, it's likely broken. That's all I can tell you.
It's like that scene from Ace Ventura where he takes the box and he like kicks it down the street, shakes it.
Yeah.
You never did
It
that.
was likely something very nice.
Yeah.
Good. I like that. I like you went Jim Carrey on me. Uh, but since you've been doing comedy, you've also kind of stepped over into acting as well. Like, was that a hard transition? Something you've always wanted to do?
No, I wouldn't say it's a hard transition. I mean, I had been doing stand-up is my first love.
Okay.
First of all, I think you and I were just talking before we started shooting, and your first love is acting. My first love was stand-up. So we kind of, but from early on, like 1999, I got a sitcom pilot in Canada as a result of stand-up. So I've always kind of had it didn't go anywhere.
Okay. I was about to say, okay, I got to Google this. Like, what's it called?
Yeah, no, it didn't make it. Did not make it. But anyway, so I've always kind of been touching on acting along the way.
Okay.
But stand up has always been kind of the engine that drove the train, and every once in a while there'd be an acting stop along the way. That was a metaphor that came together. I didn't know if it was going to work.
Brilliant.
I just started. Yeah.
Yeah, well, since you've been acting now, have you also had improv training as well?
Yeah, a little bit. Some of the stand-up comics I worked with, he did some improv. One of the early guys I worked with, so we would do some improv too, and then I would supplement early on if I, had to do extra time or whatever. So I've played a little bit with some improv. Learned to say yes.
Yes, and
yes, and.
And
right.
Have you ever used some of those improv techniques, not just in stand-up, because I know you said you've done that, but have you been able to use that in film acting at all?
But I mean, I think that's some of the nature of some of the roles I've done. The movie Alter Egos, for example,
okay,
they just kind of let me let loose. Like I have scenes that never made it into the movie that it was in the initial cut. And I was just going off, just doing whatever. And they gave me the freedom to do that. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's good when they allow you to do that.
Yeah.
It's harder if they say, okay, let's do that again. We're going to reverse the angle.
right. Yeah. Can you play it back? Can I get the playback of that?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said.
Can we take a look at what I said first?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because that was totally off the cuff. I mean, I work with an actor. I won't say the name of the actor, but I have worked with an actor on a film where we did this scene several times, and every time
different.
It was different. It was from different angles. So I thought, this is going to be tough in post-production.
Yeah.
You just have to take the best angle and then do a cutaway. Like, okay, we're going to go with what he's saying right here,
Yeah.
So fast forward, we want to talk about your latest film, Sleeper Agent.
Yes.
Which is a big hit.
Is it? Did something happen that I didn't know about? No. I think it's been received fairly well. And, it's my baby. It was a concept I came up with and started writing and finished writing. And then I brought it to Nathan Blair, and he said, "Hey, can I fix this?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And so then we collaborated on that, and it came out pretty well. I was pretty happy with it.
How long did it take you to write the screenplay for this story?
Or did you just I go in spurts. What's funny is I've been home now for 4 or 5 months, and I thought, oh, there's some screenplays I'm going to get done. This is going to be great. And it has not worked out that way. Here's how I was writing that one. And this is how I was doing a lot of my writing. And I finished a few scripts this way. In between when I'm flying to gigs, I got like a 4-hour flight. So I'm like, oh, I got 4 hours. Let me see how much I can get done on the plane, with the seat up against it and just right. But I seem to be able to, when I'm busy, I seem to be able to fit that in a little better.
Okay.
It's strange. It took me, how long did it take me? I'd been working on it kind of off and on during the leading up to the movie Extraordinary. I don't know if you heard of the movie Extraordinary.
Oh yeah.
And I talked to the writer, producer, and director, Scotty Curley. And he said to me, get something ready. Because when this drops, people are going to say to you, what do you got? What do you got next? What's next? So have something ready.
Okay.
And that really challenged me to finish up this script and finish up some others. So then I started to kind of do it a little with a little more purpose. Like, I got to get this finished. So
that was the motivation you needed then.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. In fact, you know what I was thinking this week? I was like, I think I need to pull a few all-nighters and just finish this one script that I'm close, but I just can't seem to get over so I think I need to just sit down and just hammer away at this thing.
That sounds like a good idea. I know that I was talking with a friend of mine recently about motivation and the lack of motivation. And one of the best things for me is to have a list, like just to write it out. Like,
yeah.
Here are the things that I got to do. Put it on a board, whatever.
Right.
And especially for us as comics, as actors, as entertainers, I feel like that if we have something to motivate us, like,
well,
hey,
I think you and I are both visual too, right? So I got to see it.
Absolutely.
And then I can start ripping them off the wall or whatever.
It's like out of sight, out of mind. I mean, really.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I found that in the past couple of weeks, since I've taken the time to write on a little sticky pad as many things as I wanted to do, and just knocking them off, like those are the goals. Yeah. And so that's why I was curious how long it took you and what your secret was.
Too long.
Okay.
That's my.
And in this film, so you play a spy? Yeah,
I play. So it's based on a true story of my experience. I'm a generational sleeper agent.
Okay.
It's a guy who loves the spy world. He loves espionage. Always wants to be a part of that kind of, that he wants that excitement because it's missing in his life. And he basically convinces himself, because his grandpa had immigrated from Russia, that he is a generational sleeper agent, which there's no such thing. But as a result of that, he gets entangled in a real espionage story. And so that's where it takes off and it's fun. I mean, it's fun before that, I guess.
And where can we watch this film at? Like for anybody watching right now, where would they go to be able to check it out?
Yeah, it's opening up every day. It's different. I heard Google Play it was up, but then somebody said no, it's just coming soon to Google Play. So I don't know what that means. But I know for sure christiancinema.com. If you go to christiancinema.com, we're actually the best-selling movie on there right now. So you can rent it for like whatever, $4 and enjoy it. So enjoy. And unless your kids pick Trolls over it, and then then I understand. If that happens, I understand. I just hypothetical. I just used a hypothetical.
Hypothetically speaking, they went with a different movie. Sleeper Agent would be coming though later. Now, before we get out of here, I just wanted to ask you, like, what was one of the most fun scenes? Because I'm sure that everything that you worked on was it was amazing. But what was one of the most fun, memorable scenes that off the top of your head?
You know what? I think probably for me, and when I was writing it, I had pictured it very different, but it was still my favorite scene. Was when Chad, who's a DHS agent, was arresting me, and I turned the tables on him, and then I was knocking him out. But he just wouldn't get knocked out, and I kept trying. In the movies it's really easy, but in real life it's really hard. So it just that repetition, it was kind of fun. It was a fun scene. I don't want to give away too much, but it was fun.
Is Chad okay though? That's
oh yeah, he's got a hard head. It hurt my hand, and I was pistol whipping him. So that's how
you have a big hand too. So
I do. You'd think that would have. I think it took the what's that called? When the area it's spread out over, so it doesn't hurt as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some science involved. That's all I know.
Well, Leland, thank you so much for being on Light Talk. And how can people check you out? Like, where's your website? Where do you want to send them to?
Hey, LelandClaussen.com, and then Facebook / Leland Claussen or Leland.Claussen or one of those things. Instagram, Twitter, it's all the same.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you again, Leland, for being on the show. We really appreciate it. Make sure that you check out Sleeper Agent and also check out Leland Claussen. We'll be back in just a moment.
You have been selected for an important operation, and it's a matter of U.S. national security. I'm here to bring you up to speed and get you mission ready. You're being activated.
Yes! Oh, finally! Oh, man.
I get that you feel like you're stuck in a dead-end job.
Haven't you guys ever felt like you were meant for more?
You are not a spy.
How do you know that? I'm a highly trained generational sleeper agent. My name's Gertzen. Walter Gertzen. The O is silent.
Walter, you're not a spy.
I can tell you that the waitress is 200 pounds, left-handed, and can handle herself in a fight. I just got my first mission. Yes, you did.
He is a complete idiot. He almost cost us the mission twice.
I can see why you fell for him.
If you're in some kind of trouble, you need to go to the authorities.
You!
Reach for the sky.
I'm sorry.
I think he'll be fine.
No, he won't. He's gonna get killed.
Maybe, but he'll be fine.
We have had so much fun. At least we have here in the studio, and I hope you have back home or wherever you're watching this show. Seth, we got to talk after the show, and he was just sharing some other projects that he's working on, and I can honestly say this man works around the clock. It is amazing how motivated he is and how driven he is, and I can really appreciate his work as a fellow artist myself and as an entertainer. So I just want to say thank you again, Seth, for being on the show. And of course, Leland. Oh my goodness. Leland, just knowing what he's done as a comic and how hilarious he is. If you haven't heard of Leland, be sure to look up some of his clips. Go to his website. But knowing him as a comedian and then getting to see what he's doing with Sleeper Agents and how we talked about being motivated, and that speaks to me, of course. But, you know, I was thinking about something. When I was younger, I wanted to be someone else. You know, kind of like what Leland was talking about, how he thought, you know, his character thought that he was someone else. That's kind of how I was back when I was like 8, 9, 10, 20. No, but when I was a kid, I remember I would watch a movie and then I would think, oh, what if I'm like that character? Like, no lie. One time, I thought I was a teen wolf. I'm not even kidding. I thought I was a teen wolf because I saw this movie and all of a sudden I thought, oh no, I have hair growing out of my hands. And of course I had hair growing out of my hands. I was turning 11, 12 years old. But no, I thought, oh no, my fingernails are growing really long. It's time for me to howl. Again, I am not even joking. I thought that I was a teen wolf. I mean, there were several movies that I watched and I would put myself, you know, like in that picture, but then I would take that picture out into my own life and I would think I was that character because I wanted to be somebody else. There were times where I just didn't feel comfortable in my own skin for whatever reason. But I've learned over the years that it's okay with who I am. I'm a little quirky. Sometimes I don't say the right thing. Sometimes I don't do the right thing. And sometimes I do. Sometimes people are surprised by my actions or my words because they're actually, well, kind. And they spoke to someone's life. And that means a lot to me. And I've heard countless times that people actually like who I am for who I am. Now, granted, there are people that might not like me because of who I am, but that's okay because I have to continue to be me. I don't need to be the teen wolf. I just need to be the Sam Beman. And maybe that's you. Maybe that's you who are watching today. You needed to hear that. Be you. I'm Sam Beman, and you're watching Light Talk. Take care, and God bless.
It's time to have some fun. On Light Talk with Sam Beman. We got skits and interviews. We got everything but the blues. It's on. Light Talk is on. Light Talk with Sam Beman.